Story 1. The 24 hours before my dad passed away from stage 4 lung cancer were heartbreaking. He was admitted to the ER and then moved to the ICU. Due to strict hospital COVID rules, my mother, sister, and I weren't allowed to be by his side. Throughout the day, we called and texted him repeatedly, but he never responded. My mother even contacted the hospital and spoke with one of his ICU nurses, who reassured us that he was awake and communicating normally. Sadly, he passed away very suddenly at 3:30 a.m. the following morning. By the time we were allowed to be with him, he was no longer conscious. We said our goodbyes and he was gone. Later that morning, while my mom rested, I began making arrangements for his cremation and sorting through the belongings the hospital had returned to us. Among them was his phone. Seeking comfort, I decided to read through our final text to him. To my surprise, none of our messages had been read. Not mine, my mother's, or my sister's. I assumed he was too weak or in too much pain to respond. As I scrolled through his phone, I noticed a chat app I had vaguely heard of but never used. Out of curiosity, I opened it and saw a single contact with a woman's name. As I read through their messages, I realized my father had been in constant contact with this person during his final hours and as far back as I could scroll. Their conversation was deeply personal, filled with terms of endearment like princess and declarations of love. She expressed concern for his condition, asking why he was in the ER and how he was feeling. I scrolled back far enough to realize this was more than just a friendship. It was at least an emotional affair. My grief turned into a whirlwind of anger and betrayal. A week later, I tracked the woman down and contacted her through direct messages. She revealed that she was 19 years old and had met my dad when she was just 17.